put music out. Now, this will sound radical as hell, but music has always come to me as a gift. I have never had to pay $1 for a song. I've never had to file an application or make out a request for a grant. All I had to do was pay attention. And if I got paid what I paid, I would be well paid. It's not necessary that music be sold by the note or by the song. If I get a gift, like if you came over to my house and gave me a dog, and I sold the dog, or you come over to my house, you gave me a plant, and then you find it all wilted, you know I didn't appreciate the gift. I got a gift. People say, how did you get in show business? Talent. If I hadn't been talented, I would not have been in it. I started writing songs. People thought they were interesting. I loved those strokes. I got better at it, and I worked and I worked and I worked and I worked, and I enjoyed doing that. We had a hit show called Joy 66 in Chicago. Couldn't get them to do an original cast album under that, and couldn't do it with anybody else because I'm under contract to Mercury. I was on Atlantic, and I said, give me a break, put me out don't put me out with all your killers, because you're a man who goes to the radio station. He's only going to be able to carry 5 records, and they only going to play 3 of those. So let me go when you got some duds and I'm hot stuff. Boy, they put me out at Christmas time with Aretha Franklin and the Average White Band. I was born dead, Shit. So there was the politics of that. I could never really beat that. And then after a while, I gave up. There was nobody in there who even knew me. They changed people, and this whole new regime of young people never even fucking heard of you. And it's a different company. It's got the same name, but it's a whole different group of people in there running it. So you forget that. They still got your stuff, and they can determine you're trying to eat out of this album, and they took it off the market. I always thought, gee, there ought to be some way, for me to, because I'm trying to make a living off of this. And if you take it off where the people can buy it, that really, but I have, of course, and no artist has any control. I want this to be cool. I want to wrap up what I've done. There's a whole lot of music in my head you haven't heard. I'd love to codify that and put that down. There's plays that I've written that I'd like to see them. I don't know the play works. I don't know. I just know I wrote the script and I thought it was a damn good idea, and I'd like to be participant in its presentation. I'd love to do any of that. I still love to perform, although I get aches and pains and stuff, and this shit hurts, and so that's not as cool as that used to be. But it's real cool when it is, and I love, entertaining. I just found out I enjoy that. I'm good at it, and I don't even know how come, It's like, she moves me, man. I don't see how it's done. We got to fight this. We've got to fight this. I want to say that I think there are things to be done now. There are exciting new ways to deal with presenting information, with getting impressions, in changing minds and changing hearts that never existed before. And that we should be imaginative about that. And don't be stuck in old ways of doing things. The problems that I faced in my youth, you don't have. I attended a meeting yesterday. Everybody's talking about stuff when I was a kid. Nobody would have talked about that. Not black folks, they would have been scared. But now it's a whole different set of circumstances. And there are so many new ways of doing things. You can fax stuff, and you can email stuff, and you can put it on the internet, and you can bounce it off a satellite, and you can send it through a cable. And we're around complaining and whining that we haven't got this and we haven't got that. We don't recognize what the hell we do have. Emphasize what you do have. And show the beauty of it. They say, well, our kids don't know who this person is or who that hero was. Tell them. Tell them. If you're not, tell them. Don't lament that they don't have it, and figure out ways. Put the information in the storefront that's near the bus stop where they transfer. Make arrangements for the bus company to let you stamp their transfer so they can spend 30 minutes or 40 minutes for a low price and see your stuff. And have that going on all over the city. Why do your children have to be ignorant if you're intelligent? And if you are smart enough to give them the information they need, and there are so many ways to impart the information now, we need to have a revolution of the human heart. It's not enough to just change the system if the same old shitty attitudes are in the people who are running the system. We've got to somehow appeal to people's desire for peace, their desire to live in harmony with their neighbors, their desire to be able to raise their children with dignity and have hip things happen in life. And there's a lot of that out there. And we have to have the courage to appeal to that. And diligence. Don't give up. Don't give up.
At the Kennedy Center, and before I went to do it at the Kennedy Center, I came to Chicago. I came to your dad's house.
What?
And he sat with me, and he ran Chicago down, like in the late 50s. He just like ran it down, and he didn't know me from home, or somebody gave me his phone number, and I called him. I said, I'm an actor. He said, come on over, man. And he sat with me for probably about 5 hours, and we just talked.
Stop.
Yeah.
That is the greatest story.
That's the greatest. That's my Oscar Brown Jr. story.
Oh, man.
He was so generous.
Thank you.
So your pops is like up there for me.
Oh, that's a wonderful.
And he didn't know me. He didn't know me.
Right. It's
Somebody
exactly how he was.
gave me his number, and I called him. I said, I'm an actor. I'm getting ready to do this play. He said, come on over.
I love it.
Way and quit that noise, Miss
Put the music away. What's the use to keep on trying if you practice till you's great? You can't start no supply like the ones that rest and rings from the kitchen to the big woods when the Lindy sings.
Get 'em in. That sun is hot and plenty bright. Let's get on to business. Get home tonight. Get 'em in, get 'em in. Auctioning slaves is a real high art. Bring that young gal, Roy. She's good for a start. Get 'em in, get 'em in. Now, here's a real good bound, about 15. Her great-grandmammy was a Dahomey queen. Just look at her face. She sure ain't homely. Like Sheba in the Bible, she's black but comely. Get 'em in, get 'em in. I'm going to start at 3. Can I hear 3? Step up, Jason.